What's up, people? What's going on? Or I should say good night, rather. It's almost, 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I'm suited and booted because I just came from my cousin's wedding, my older cousin. He got married today to his beautiful bride, Jessica. Great ceremony. I'm going to upload the footage from the reception. Like, I promise y'all, my family they be turned. They be teed up for real. But, yeah, Dominic Breazeale versus Deontay Wilder. What is my prediction for that fight? That fight takes place, well, really, since it is technically Saturday now, it'll take place later on tonight. By the time this prediction finds some of you all, it'll probably be like, an hour, a couple of hours before the fight. My prediction, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I am a Deontay Wilder fan. I am pulling for Deontay Wilder to win this fight. In particular because that's my guy. That's the guy that I root for. I explained why I root for him in previous videos before. Y'all can look at those videos if you want to know why I root for him. Yeah, Deontay is an exciting fighter. Every time I see him fight, I know I'm going to get an exciting fight. I know I'm going to get a hard-hitting matchup, and I know I'm going to get a guy's best effort. Deontay Wilder goes out there to knock out his opponent. And that's exciting boxing. He's not the most technical guy, but his right hand is like, I don't know, it's like getting hit by Thor's hammer. It's that effective. I believe that this fight, a lot of people feel like this fight could end extremely early. I'm going to give Dominic Breazeale a lot more credit than that. I think it'll go longer than what people think. I think 6th or 7th round, maybe 8th round. But I think it'll end in a Deontay Wilder knockout. Dominic Breazeale can hit. I'm not going to act like he don't have pop in his punches. He definitely has pop in his punches. He's a tough dude. Normally, it takes a nice amount of effort to put him down. He's not going to go down without a fight. Former athlete. He's an athletic guy, but his athleticism does not match up well with Deontay Wilder. Dominic Breazeale is a slower guy. I think his punches are much slower than Deontay Wilder's, and he's not known for his defense. He gets hit with a lot of punches. Usually, he takes some damage to give damage, meaning he gets hit with punches to give out punches. And I don't know how much of that he could do against Deontay Wilder. Again, I say he got the right hand, like with lead in it, like with kryptonite in his hand. Deontay Wilder is blessed with power. Guys aren't taught power. It's nothing you can learn to have power. You have to be born with it. He's born with natural power. Power that I feel like can knock out any heavyweight boxing right now. I don't know how many punches Dominic Breazeale can take from Deontay Wilder, especially if he lands that right hand cleanly. We know he's grazed guys and knocked them out, but cleanly, I don't know how much of those right hands he can sustain. Again, it's not going to be like Dominic's not a pushover. I know he's going to have some motivation behind him. These two guys have bad blood. They don't like each other. It's clear, it's evident from what Deontay Wilder has been saying about Dominic Breazeale, what Breazeale has been saying about Deontay. So we know these guys are going to be on edge. My thing with Deontay is he has to stay composed. He can't let his emotions get the best of him, because in times when that happens, guys usually go out there wildly. He already fights a wild brawler type style, but they get too anxious, and then they open themselves up for counter punches. And in heavyweight boxing, man, anybody can get knocked out. These are the big guys. The big guys, and these big guys have power. They're bigger. So anybody can get knocked out, especially the ones you don't see coming. Those hurt the worst. And guys always say that. Nonetheless, man, I think Deontay is much more athletic. I think he's his punches come quicker than Breazeale's. He doesn't have amazing defense, but I don't know. I think he'll get hit with some shots from Dominic Breazeale, but I think he'll be able to withstand it. I don't know if he was able to withstand that onslaught from from Luis Ortiz. Some people feel like he was assisted from the judges, and he got an extra few seconds at the beginning of that. What was that, 8th or 9th round? But nonetheless, he didn't go down. He didn't go out. He didn't take a knee to the canvas. He didn't fall to the canvas. He stood his ground even though he was getting hit with damaging shots. I think if he can survive those shots from Ortiz, I think he can survive these shots from Dominic Breazeale, but he doesn't want to get hit with too many. Dominic Breazeale has brought Virgil Hunter into his camp. Virgil is he's a great trainer, very good trainer, very professional guy. Trains Andre Ward. Andre Ward is I really like Andre Ward. I feel like Andre is a very skilled fighter. Really like Andre Ward. But Virgil can usually when a guy comes into a training camp, it takes a trainer, when the trainer first comes into a guy's camp, usually take the fighter about a couple of fights before you see the differences that the trainer has on the fighter. So Virgil can, I'm sure Virgil has taught him some things, has brought some things to his attention about Deontay Wilder's style for Breazeale to look out for. And I'm sure, we can see some of it in a fight, but I don't know how much of a difference it'll make considering that he's fresh in Dominic Breazeale's camp. It takes guys a couple of fights before they can get used to the adjustments of what their trainer wants them to do. So we'll see how that plays out. Nonetheless, man, I have Deontay Wilder. I want Deontay Wilder to win by knockout as well. I think if he wins by knockout earlier than Anthony, I don't think Deontay should be thinking about it's a race. He said it's not a race, but I don't think in the back of his mind, I hope he isn't thinking I got to knock him out quicker than Anthony Joshua did. Because when you try to go for the knockouts sometimes too early, you get too anxious and overzealous and it doesn't happen. But nonetheless, I think Deontay Wilder, with Dominic Breazeale, is an easier target to hit than Tyson Fury. Deontay didn't look his best against Tyson Fury, although he got 2 knockdowns, a dramatic knockdown in the 12th round. Tyson Fury doesn't have the head. Dominic Breazeale doesn't have the head movement that Tyson Fury has. So I don't think Dominic Breazeale will be hard to hit at all. So yeah, it'll be a great fight. I think it's going to be some great punching on both sides. But I think it'll end with a Deontay Wilder knockout. I don't really like to predict rounds really, but I'm gonna say like the 8th round. It may be later than AJ, but I think he'll get the knockout. He has to just stay disciplined and keep his emotions intact and not carry that emotion from the weigh-in and, the all access stuff into the ring. You got to really just have a sound mind and have patience, but at the same time, still be the aggressive Deontay Wilder that we know him to be. Yeah, man, I want Deontay to win because that's my guy. Again, I root for the guy. I think it's something to be said about a guy who stays strong. And I told y'all I don't like the whole talk about wanting to kill a guy. But one thing you can appreciate about Deontay, man, he says how he feels at all times, regardless if a person likes it or dislikes it, or if he feels like he'll get backlash. He sticks to his guns. He stands firm on what he believes in. He's passionate about it. He's passionate about what he believes in, and he doesn't walk with his tail between his legs. There's a lot to be said about a man that doesn't walk with his tail between his legs on many different issues. Whether it's about his remarks about the plight of African American people, his remarks about what he wants to do in the ring. He's not a guy that's PC or is trying to cultivate a clean, good guy image in order to build a rapport with fans. He feels like, okay, I say what I mean and I mean what I say. You can take it how you want to, but I'm going to be me at all times. And, whether you like it or not, he's an authentic. He seems to be authentic in how he feels about things. And I appreciate that. Honestly, man, I think that, I really think that I want Deontay to win this fight in dominant fashion. Because I think it'll make the Anthony Joshua fight more intriguing. Even though I don't think, some people feel like it can't get more intriguing than what it already is. We want to see these two guys fight. That's why Deontay Wilder needs to win this fight, so that we ensure that he keeps the belt Anthony Joshua needs to win his fight so he can keep his belts and they can have a unification bout. I don't think that fight with Anthony Joshua will be next. I think that Deontay Wilder will probably fight Tyson Fury again next. Or maybe Dillian White. Who knows? But either of those two. I think Tyson Fury or Dillian White. Some people may even think Ortiz, but I think more Tyson Fury or Dillian White is what could possibly be next. I'm excited for it, man. I really am excited for it. I think that, Deontay gets a lot of hate. A lot of guys are rooting for Deontay to lose. A lot of Anthony Joshua fans, a lot of just Deontay Wilder haters are wanting him to lose. I feel like, though, if you really, really care about the heavyweight division, you would want him to win this fight so that you can see the big matchup, so you can prove that your guy is better than him. Although I'm going to go with my guy, the American fighter, Deontay Wilder. He's from my homeland. He's a guy that, man, it's just the conviction that he has. I respect it. A lot of guys feel like they think he's a bad guy. He has no class. His character is in question. But a lot of the heavyweight fighters or fighters in general that people loved said some very despicable things outside of the ring. About people's wives, about people's kids. All type of stuff about the fighter himself. We've seen all type of heinous things being said in boxing. So I think we shouldn't be trying to act like now it's just a new thing and it's just so shocking and it's just so repulsive. Like, negative things have been said in boxing for a while. From Mike Tyson, to Roberto Duran, even though he really doesn't speak English well. Sugar Ray Leonard brought that up about Roberto Duran talking so much trash to him before. So guys say, I like my heavyweight champion humble. I think that's disingenuous because Mike Tyson wasn't humble in his reign. He was dominant. He was visceral. And he intimidated the hell out of fighters by talking to them crazy, talking to them greasy, as we say in the hood. Talking foul to them boys. And, yeah, man, Deontay Wilder, man, that's my guy, man. He responded to me on Instagram because I talked about how much hate he gets in his comment section, which I think is weird. If you don't like a guy, why do you follow the guy on social media? Why do you go to videos only about him to watch and comment negative things and dislike? Why do you go to videos about his fiance or his fiance's Instagram page to talk negative about him? I don't understand it. It sounds absolutely ridiculous because I wouldn't be on a fighter that I don't like page commenting negative stuff. I think that's like, it's like lame to me. It's like weird to me. So I don't know. But Deontay's my guy, man. I feel a lot of what he be saying, and I want him to be victorious because I want to see him fight Anthony Joshua, and I want to see him unify those belts and be the undisputed champion. I feel like we will have more exciting fights from Deontay. He's a guy that I always look forward to seeing. It's going to be some type of, knowing him, man, he's always going for the knockout, which makes the fight exciting. He's not trying to outpoint guys. No disrespect to guys that try to outpoint guys. I like the sweet science. I like the hit and not get hit type style. I do like it. I do appreciate it. I appreciate the fighting style of Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, for sure. But the heavyweight division, I like guys that go for the kill. Deontay is trying to get Dominic Breazeale out of there. Dominic Breazeale saying, no, it's not happening. He wants to be the guy to pull off the upset. But I'm going with my boy Deontay Wilder. I'm going to say an 8 by knockout. Peace. I hope I didn't change my prediction from early in the video. I really don't know. But yeah, my prediction final is Deontay Wilder by knockout in the 8th round. Peace.